Hello, my gardening friends. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, you just saw a clip of me finally planting my third Lamandra grass. It's also called Platinum Beauty, and it is a stunner. Well, we're finally here. It's late May, and I say it's better late than never. We're finally going to film a May garden tour, and I'm really excited to show you how the garden is growing up. So without further ado, let's get started. First off, let's start with the 3 Platinum Beauty Lamandra grasses. Do you see how that third one was so necessary to kind of complete the balanced look? We've got the first one there, number 2, and then number 3 is tucked right there. I absolutely love it. I had no idea how obsessed I would be for this grass. I knew I wanted texture. I knew that this was the year of the grasses. I really wanted to add that movement to my garden. That was the next layer that I felt like my garden needed, and I just absolutely love it. It really adds so much. So if you're thinking about adding grasses, this one is an excellent one to add. It is heat tolerant and is a bright spot, a real bright spot in the garden. All right, let's just pan back and let's take it all in. It's towards the end of May. The garden is looking gorgeous. We have blue skies and Palo Verde Desert Museum tree. Look at her in all her glory. The color, the blooms, the structure, all against that beautiful blue sky. It's just a masterpiece if you ask me. And I've had so many neighbors stop by and passerbys compliment the garden, and boy, it just brings me such joy to pass the joy on to the others. Oh, loving it. Loving it. So this corner of the garden is looking really good. This is a nice view. Stratosphere. Gara is up and dancing around and adding that real airiness to this corner of the garden behind the agaves. I love that juxtaposition of the bold structure with that light airiness and dainty blooms. Isn't that beautiful? I added another Mystic Spires salvia over here because they are a workhorse, and you cannot beat these gorgeous purple blooms for months and months on end, and only looks better with the heat. So I had to do it. I had to add this one over to this side of the garden, and plus again, it's adding that balance. I have one on the other side of the garden. Let's see, can you see it from here? Right there, and then towards the front. So we've got that triangle structure and placement, which makes your eye just bounce around nicely. It's very pleasing to the eye. And I really am loving how this purple looks against the reddy red millie. I think these colors look so pretty together. It adds some saturation. Look at the bees. Look at the bees. Oh my gosh. This plant is just a winner. And this color combo is giving me all the feels. What do you think? Do you like the combination of this deep indigo purple with the red? And then look at the yellow of the Palo Verde in the back. I mean, I am just really having fun with colors this year. And it just makes me so happy. Okay, moving right along. We've got lots to see. We better move it. Okay. I finally refreshed the fairy garden or the tree stump garden. Oh, I did this for the kids. You gotta do something fun for the kids or the kid in you, right? So it was really overgrown. I'll try to insert a picture of kind of like what it was looking like a before. And this is the after. It's just so sweet. We've got our little pond, fairy pond. We got the cute little fairies chatting it up in the front. The gnomes, the mushrooms, and the walkway that mimics the big walkway, my main walkway. The little houses. And then isn't it cute, the little door and windows on the tree stump? I just love it. And it makes my heart smile when I see the kids stop and look. Okay, fairy garden. Oh, this was my favorite part, this little bistro set. Isn't that sweet? Oh, and the little terracotta pot in the back. Ah, cute, 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 cute. Oh, I should move that leaf. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then moving on to this side of the fairy garden, tree stump garden bed. Okay, look at Super Tunia Vista bubblegum. I told you guys I was gonna give it a try to see if it truly is as wonderful as everybody says. And my goodness, this is 2 plants. This part is all 1 plant. That's the first one I planted. And then about 2 weeks later, I was like, you know, let's add 1 more. And this is the second one. It's behind, but I think it's gonna catch up in no time. Oh, a quick pause for the neighbor's car. Oh, but isn't that gorgeous? Oh, with my echeverias here. I believe this is Sahara echeveria, and it's a beaut. The colors on this thing and how big they are. Like, here's my hand for reference. It's stunning. I'm loving this bed so much. But I must say, bubblegum is living up to the hype, because this is a big punch of color and just, wow, look at the bloom count. It's just covered in blooms. And that's what you want, right? That is what you want in the front of your garden. You know, high visibility area. You pay a little extra for the premium plants to get that look. All right. I wanted to show you all this too. So this is the year of the grasses, and I planted a bunch of alliums. This is a drumstick allium. It's the first one to really open up. Oh my goodness. It's adorable. Isn't that amazing? Let me see if I can get a different angle here. Look at that. And I have a ton of them just all budded up. So in a couple weeks, I should have more of those in bloom, and I'm very excited about it. All right. Moving right along. The walkway is looking so good. And of course, it's It's all of it. It's all the colors. It's the Palo Verde arched over the walkway in just full bloom. I mean, it's gorgeous. You know, I have to say, sometimes, like when my Amazon guy comes to make deliveries, or the FedEx guy, or anybody, you know, passing out stuff, they do get a little nervous when they see all the bee activity. And when they hear all the buzzing, I see them get a little alarmed. But I'm here all the time, working in the garden, walking underneath here, all up in their business. And I find that if I leave them alone, they leave me alone. They're just doing their thing, these little honeybees. Do you see all of that? Do you hear that? I don't know if the camera can pick up the buzzing. It's just humming over here. And this makes me so happy that I'm doing my part in feeding the bees, hummingbirds, butterflies, all the pollinators. Okay, let me pause. All right, paused for another neighbor that was leaving the house. But as you can see, it's almost time for me to do a little bit of trimming and cutting back with some of my perennials. This salvia over here, it's a different variety of salvia. I can't remember what it was called. I think it's more of a generic brand, but that's ready to be cut back. I like the way the lavender is looking, so I'm gonna keep that. It's still got good color. And now we're at a fork in the road here, so let's take this path and walk around the center island. Oh my goodness, look at this. Bullseye salmon geranium that I started from seed. Isn't that gorgeous? It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the leaves. The two-tone colors in the leaves, and the bloom is stunning. Stunning. Okay. Let's address the elephant in the room. I know, my iceberg roses. They were so full in bloom. And I just decided to just cut them back hard and let it reflush again. I don't really have to do that, but I wanted to do that. It's in the front. I want these to be in full, abundant bloom for most of the year. So it's flushing back out already. I cut it back hard. We're talking hard, like a third of it I cut back. And that was like what? That was like May 1st. And 3 weeks later, we've got buds, we've got blooms. It doesn't skip a beat. Doesn't skip a beat. And then it's underplanted with Surefire Rose Begonia. They were so tiny when I first planted them. Look how they have really filled in. The color is so pretty. And they're gonna get bigger. They're gonna get bigger. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's keep it moving. This is the back side of the fairy garden. This lantana is one little lantana plant. And it's just such a really cute little shrub. Also very heat tolerant. Look at this little pocket. Blew my mind. Evolvulus is a true blue color. And It's a beautiful ground cover. And I think it plays really well with Surefire Rose Begonia. And just sitting between my Blue Glow Agave, which I love. Let's pan back around this way. And let's keep moseying down the path. Aren't paths wonderful? First of all, they just look so charming. So charming and so inviting. Okay, this was an experiment this year. Red seed poppies. They were gorgeous. Short bloom life, right? I think maybe we are in love with these for the seed heads. These seed heads are extraordinary. Simply extraordinary. They add so much to a floral arrangement. That ball shape and structure. I'm going to insert some of the gorgeous blooms that I was able to enjoy this season, because it was a mix and I had a variety of gorgeous blooms. Now, I think I will reserve these for the backyard. I think, because as you can see, the bottom, the leaves really start to die back and look dry and desiccated. Unless I can tuck these back and hide that part. We'll see. You never know. Moving down the path, the butterfly bush. This is Pugster Amethyst by Proven Winners. Let's see here. Is that in focus? Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty color, pretty plant. Got more buds, lots more to come. I really like this ground cover too. It's a succulent, not sure what it's called. And then we've got Purple Heart plant there too, which is pretty much like a weed here. But that color, it just, I love that color mixed in. Oh, we do have one more poppy bloom. See what I mean? Get a little closer. Oh my goodness. Do you see how fuzzy and beautiful this bloom is? This is a pom-pom poppy. Oh my. It is so pretty. And that seed head. I would definitely say give this plant a try. Find some seeds, plant them. And what I did was I planted these in the fall because the heat sort of melts them. So when it gets hotter, they're gonna be done. They will be done. Another butterfly bush here. A little potted planter here. Some Kufia. This is called Funny Face Kufia. Let me see if I can get a nice close-up. Here's one right here. Because if you look close, it looks like it has like eyes, like a face. And the ageratum, the blue ageratum. I love that plant so much. All right. Check out the flamethrower redbud. Wow. Okay, the most exciting thing about this tree right now is I can tell that it has put on some size. Finally! I planted this in the fall of 2022. So 23, 24, this is going to be its third season. And that old adage, you know, let your trees and shrubs sleep, creep, and then leap that third year is holding true. It is holding absolutely true. Okay, happy about the size because I want this tree to grow up. And when it grows up, I would like to limb it up just a tad. But the color on this flamethrower, oh my gosh. Look at, I've got the reds, I've got some orange, I've got like some yellowy, goldy, chartreusey colors, you know, all at the same time. You just can't ask for more. And as the season goes, it's gonna turn a little bit more green and fade it out. So really the most intense color happens in the spring and early summer. Just looking down at the mouth of the dry stream bed, my volunteer fig tree, this Petalanthus bracteatus plant has grown up and is offering those gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous apricot blooms that I love so much. And it loses its leaves when it's cold. So as it continues to heat up, it's going to leaf out and offer some greenery and lushness over on this wall. And like I said, it's the year of the grasses. And I added the purple fountain grass tucked in right here. I'm enjoying these plumes and the color that it's providing in this spot. All right, we're gonna just kind of go backtrack here. And I wanna go back down the path so we can go back up the main walkway. There's too much to see over there. Let's go over the bridge. Oh, see, it's good to go backtracking. Look at this. My orange nasturtiums. I just pop these seeds in and it just grows like a weed. But look at that. The color, those leaves, it's so pretty and so easy. It doesn't like the heat though, so I'm gonna enjoy that while I can. Check out the bloom on that. The hummingbirds love these blooms. And right now, that plant, the name of the plant is escaping me. Coming around. Okay, well, you know what? Let's talk about these. This is, can I put you in focus here? Meant to be royal raspberry agastache. The foliage color is really pretty. It sort of blends in with this lava rock mulch. It's gonna grow up and have these beautiful raspberry blooms. And they're really slow to grow. I'm hoping that with the heat, the consistent heat that we're gonna get, that they will start to really beef up. But I've got 3 here hugging the curve of the stream bed here. I think that will look really pretty and I'm really excited to see the blooms. Okay. Oh, I want to report back on this Scotch moss. Scotch moss, it does not like this heat. It cannot handle this heat. It's so pretty. And this is full all day sun. So I think it would be okay if it had some protection. So for our zone, hot, dry climate zone 9, 10, it needs some protection from the sun. Have a little more petunia. This is a Bordeaux petunia with more of my bullseye salmon geraniums. This is a different allium. It's called Christophii. It was a little underwhelming, if you ask me. It's short, and the blooms weren't as showy as I thought. There's that third platinum beauty, Lamandra grass. I removed 2 really large agaves to make room for this. They were getting too big. There was a total of 5 here. I didn't need 5. I thought that this addition would be perfect. Moving over here, I've got another nasturtium. Oh, look at the lamb's ear. I love tucking lamb's ear in floral arrangements to offer a little bit of that foliage and plus that soft, fuzzy texture. I mean, people absolutely love this plant and are so surprised by it when I tuck it into a flower arrangement. All the colors here, so pretty. Larkspur that seeded itself, but I don't mind that. Very pretty. Two different colors. This one is so vibrant. So vibrant. My snapdragons, Madame Butterfly, bronze with white, was a highlight this spring. I'm gonna try to cut them back and see if they will reflush in the fall when it gets a little cooler. I hope so. Wouldn't that be amazing? The color on this plant is so gorgeous. This is something I also started from seed in the fall. They don't like the heat, the dog days of summer. Okay, check this out. My Happy Jack clematis is just going to town. Oh my gosh. Is that not beautiful? I'm training it up, Palo. Ooh, I've got more buds, more blooms to come. Oh, that makes me so happy. So happy. There's more of the drumstick alliums over here. I still have my rosy, purpley foxgloves. Foxgloves. Still giving me some blooms. But check out Crimson Queen Japanese maple. Wow. Wow. Isn't she lovely? She is very befitting of her name and majestic. Crimson Queen. Wow, the color, the color. Oh, this red is stunning. And you might wonder how I'm able to grow a Japanese maple in our hot climate in Southern California. This is the perfect microclimate. It gets morning sun and then afternoon shade from about lunchtime on. So it gets protection from the hottest part of the day. And that's the secret sauce, people. That is the secret sauce. Look at her structure, her trunk. So pretty. Oh, she deserves, multiple angles here. Let's just swing around this way and enjoy her with her friend Aloha elephant ears that are really looking amazing. Look how those big leaves look next to the fine leaves. It's so pretty. So pretty. Okay. All right, everyone. This video is getting really long and my camera's starting to overheat a bit. Two more things. I've got a burgundy star magnolia tree sitting there. I'm wondering if I should plant her there. I'm still living with it, thinking about it. I'm leaning towards yes, but please weigh in. I'd love to hear what you think. It's a deciduous tree, so it will lose all its leaves in the winter, and I'll have beautiful reddish blooms in the spring. Okay, I had to show you an update of my summer container. If you remember that project, we've got blooms. We've got blooms. Oh, honey apricot rose, ready. They're getting ready to bloom here. Looking forward to that. And check this out. Oh my goodness. Isn't that a stunning combination? I'm gonna put in another picture here of when it was like in its prime, where you could see the ageratum, the Bordeaux petunias, the sun patience, and the geranium, the salmon geranium. Everything was just in bloom at once and was stunning. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this container. It brings me so much joy, and I love that sphere obelisk. Very happy with that. Oh, there was another allium that grew right here. I'm gonna insert a photo of what that looked like with the yarrow and the salvia. It was stunning. And I only got 2 blooms. I was disappointed in that. I planted about 25 bulbs, and it is called Bulgarium, I believe, allium. The common name is Sicilian honey garlic allium. I bought them for my best friend, and then I kept a couple just to experiment with. So, Oh my gosh. And that is looking so good. I'll be working on that. That's coming soon. My California native garden. I'll work on that video next. Thank you so much for walking through my garden with me. It really felt like I was walking through the garden with a friend. Well, I hope you enjoyed this May garden tour. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.